Well, hi, hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode, another message from the divine. I am the Void Whisperer. My name is Thought of the Star Goddess. It's nice to officially meet you. And for the purposes of this message, I want this to be the message from your shadow self. Basically, whatever it is that your grief is trying to tell you, whatever it is that your fears are trying to tell you, whatever messages that are from the space of dense or negative energy, there's messages and wisdom in it for you. So, with that, I'm going to start with pulling cards and what it is that your shadow self wants to tell you. I'm just going right with whatever deck I feel called to pull because I have all my decks out right now. So, the theme is definitely grief. There's a lot of loss. Just want to jump right in and see whatever messages come through from this space. What messages does your shadow self have for you? What messages does your inner child have for you at this time? What is it that your grief is meant to teach you at this moment in time? Tell me what that is so I can figure out what that is and whatever messages that you need at this time. Your shadow self wants you to know that it's being balanced out, was what I heard. And your shadow is actually serving justice for you at this moment in time. So if you feel that you've been robbed or cheated, or if people have taken from you, or if you've experienced betrayal or loss or abandonment or any of these, or any type of grief or even a loss, justice is being served to the individuals that took from you. Okay, and this is not anything that you have to do of your own. But this is nothing that you need to do, that you need to take on yourself. This is actually something that your spirit guides and your spirit team is handling for you. Okay, so if you feel the need to move or take revenge or whatever, now is the time for you to stay sovereign. Your shadow self wants you to know that it's okay to grieve and that it's okay to come back home to love, and that because justice is being served and that everything is being balanced out, you're in the space of needing to transmute the darkness that is coming up inside of you. When I mean transmute, I mean, when I use this term transmute, I quite literally mean the ability to sit with dense or negative emotions and understand the messages that are underlying of the shadow self. And what's underlying with the shadow self is the same thing with anger or fear. There's pain and trauma underneath all of these emotions that we choose not to deal with or that we label as bad when really none of these emotions are bad. Okay, so it's learning to shift perspective in not looking at emotions as either good or bad, other than just they're just uncomfortable. And that's really all it is. These emotions are very uncomfortable and it's kind of like they're haunting and nagging right now. But your shadow wants you to know that despite everything that may be coming up with the grief that you're experiencing, your grief is the reminder that you actually can experience love. Your grief is the reminder that you can experience that depth of love that really has been missing or something that you've been craving since you got here, basically. And when I say got here, I mean like as a child, like something you were just like, hey, I want to experience love. I want to experience, and that's all grief is. Grief is the reminder of your capacity to experience love. So now it's learning to shift perspective and know that justice is being served and that your shadow self is taking care of this for you. Your spirit team is taking care of this for you. Okay, so there's really nothing that you need to do other than just to sit and be patient and wait and be calm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Your shadow self looks at people, looks at everyone as if everyone's out to get you. And that is false. I am here to tell you that that is false. Okay. And the reason I say that is because when you fall trapped to the narrative of people taking from you or thinking as if people constantly want something from you, then it doesn't leave space for anything else. It doesn't leave space for the possibility of anything else. It doesn't leave space for anything to grow or expand, even in a positive way. Like it doesn't leave any space for anything of positivity to grow or anything of abundance and wealth and joy and blessings and all of those. It leaves no room for that because when you're in shadow, that's all you see. And I can tell you from personal experience, just having been in shadow myself, having cultivated peace in shadow, and having like understood the importance of boundaries and remaining sovereign in the midst of not so ideal conditions, if you will, and that it's okay to feel the way that you feel. That your shadow self is telling you that yes, these things have taken place and that it has come true and that these are the things that are taking place. But as long as we feel that we are not worthy, as long as we feel that we aren't good enough, as long as we feel that people are going to take from us, and so it is. You see, your shadow is the reminder that you yourself are the most powerful manifester on this earth. You. Okay? So it's time to, yeah, I'm hearing cut those beliefs. It's time to open your third eye and cut those beliefs. Completely cut them. Get rid of them. Because it's learning to shift perspective and shifting the narrative that not everyone is out to get you, but that everyone is here to serve you. See, because anytime that we fall into the narrative of thinking that people are just here to take from us, then again, it doesn't leave space for anything else. It doesn't leave space for the alternative. It doesn't leave space for the opposite to take place. See, because a lot of times what our ego mind loves to do is it loves to tell us to constantly be on the defense and to constantly perceive and constantly work and see, how we can outguess or outsmart that person or protect ourselves from feeling pain, when I'm here to tell you that pain is a part of life. Pain is a part of life. Okay, so your shadow self is the gentle reminder that you can fuck up and that it's okay for you to fuck up. And that when you do, you learn balance and forgiveness in shadow. Okay, this dark space is not going to be a thing forever. Okay, if you're experiencing a dark night of the soul, if you're experiencing a spiritual awakening right now, I don't know who this message is for, but you're going to be okay. I know it's very intense and it absolutely sucks because it's like everything that you've ever come to know is dismantling. And because it's dismantling right now, it's okay. Allow it to dismantle because there is something so much more beautiful on the opposite side in a way or capacity that not even I could have even imagined. And this is just me being honest with you. I want to share with you where I'm at in my journey, which is the other reason I enjoy doing these readings, because it's a dialogue, it's an exchange. I want you to get to know me and know who I am and where I've been in my journey and how it's affected me and things that I've learned and grown from, even just from doing these readings and talking to you and being a part of the process and being in what it is that I love to do. Okay? So now is the time for you to cut those beliefs and to let it go. Okay? Your shadow self needs love. Like the love that you've spent all this time seeking in other people is the love that you need to give to yourself. Now is the time for you to address your grief. Now is the time for you to reach out and talk to somebody. Now is the time for you to get the help that you need. I'm so serious. Get the help that you need because this is important. This is so important. And if you if you want to book a reading with me, by all means, feel free. Links are in the description box below. That's what I'm here for. This is all I talk about: transmutation and dealing with dense emotions in real time, and how to be not just your best self, not just your highest self, not just your most authentic self. To hell with if it's best or better. I want authenticity, and authenticity is what I strive for. Okay, so I'm gonna turn over this last card and see whatever messages come through from your shadow self. Your shadow self has been in so much inner turmoil where it's like, because of this inner turmoil that you feel, this is the second time I pulled Five of Wands, because of this inner turmoil that you feel and that everyone is out to get you, and that it's like, how can I trust and believe that justice is being served on my behalf if I'm not the one doing it myself, if I'm not the one taking control, if I'm not the one taking the reins and making it happen. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to. You quite frankly don't have to. This is the other reason that you're in an isolated space right now. And because you're in an isolated space right now, there's a reason for that. And it's so you have the space and time to address your guilt, so that you have the space and time to address